Hey, there you go. There's... Hey, try not to walk into the actual doors, mate. Alright, once we beat up these bellends, then we are good to go to the school.
I wish you had. And stay down.
What do they sell in this store? Let's go and find out. How the fuck do you get to it? Is it on the other side? There's some bellends here.
For real? Really, guys?
So how do we get into this area? You know what, fuck it. We're gonna leave it, because we literally can't see an entrance to it yet. Coming Boon Deco Rush. Genai Station Interior. See what they sell in this area. Just because we're gonna go and get some random items. Could do with that. Stamina and axe. Of course we need that. How many arms support 3 would you purchase? Well, wouldn't we only need 1? Interesting. Camo paint. Don't know what all these mean, but we'll take them. Ah, it's this place. Bento lunch set. Let's get some of that. Let's get some of that. See, we've got like 1,578,528 yen. So we can do shit like this. 7 stars. Hey, we got a pack of cigarettes as well. Even though I don't smoke, we can now do that thing where we can. Any other places? What's this area? Just because we want to see what he does. And obviously all he's doing is smoking, I'm guessing. Or do we just listen to this? Okay, random chatter. Is this a pawn shop? Let's go here. Why not? Why did the bellend cross the road? To get beaten up, obviously. My turn too, mate.
And stay down.
I see what they do at this pawn shop. Oh, now that was a finisher and a half, mate. That was a fucking awesome move. I've not seen that one yet. Is it a new one, maybe? But either way, it's fucking awesome, that was. Every time, man. Every time. Alright, see what they have at the pawn shop for us. Can sell stuff as well. Very nice. We sell them. Pocket tissues, we've got about 1,000 of them. Gold plate. Sell that on. Silver plate, don't need these. Bronze plate again, don't need these. We're not going to sell that. For machine part materials, we're going to leave that for now then. These are for drones apparently. These are all the drone paints. Thought it would be. Apparently these are all some kind of materials. Sell that for cash. Why we'd sell a dirty cloth, I don't know, but there you go. Gonna sell a smile burger, pal. Do you want a smile burger? Apparently he does. These are all materials. Okay. Oh, actually we could do this. Makes it a lot easier. Okay. Now, if we go to buy
いらっしゃいま
something,
せ。
no,
ありがとう
I
ご
was gonna say.
いらっしゃいませ。ありがとうござ
All right. Well, we can't buy anything else really. We have a big boss guy. Sure, we've seen this guy in. We've seen this guy in Camrocha. Yeah, we're definitely going to upgrade some items, or use some items. Goodbye.
Really, guys?
50,000 yen. Again, we'll take it. Right. Hey, remember this mission where we were looking for these statues? You had to find out what was what in the end, apparently. Why is it we always go around the fucking coins, man? Why'd you have to be the blocking bell end of all time? Oh, mate. They're all blocking bell ends. Okay. Fair play to yous. I'll just take you out. All of you. At the same time. More bell ends here, some more bell ends here. Not quite sure why my camera keeps doing that, but it's not a massive deal anyway, guys. Keep popping up with bellends around apparently.
Great. Really, guys?
Skills. Why not? EX Sleeper Hold Throw. A powerful throw that can be performed from a reverse chokehold when at full health. Press triangle from a reverse chokehold when at full health. Love it.
And stay down.
Okay, we are finally at the main mission, guys. We've done all the other side missions, so I'm happy about that. Right. Give me a second. I will be right back, and then we'll get into the main mission. Okay guys, we're back. We're back. Yeah, we're gonna go straight to the main mission. I was thinking and debating, should I go to the school stories, but we don't need to necessarily do that just yet. Because we've done so many other side missions, I thought we might as well get into the main mission. And then depending on what happens from there, then we will either go through a school story or carry on with the main mission.
Oh, what is it, Yagami-san?
Sensei, do you have a minute?
saw the video of Mikoshiba-kun.
So you did. That video, right?
I thought Ehara-san was convicted for a sex offense. How could he be in that video killing Mikoshiba-kun? But then that video looked so real.
Most likely it is. As you unfortunately had to witness, Ehara-san committed murder with his own 2 hands. Which means as far as the groping that day goes, there's some deception at work.
Deception?
Are you familiar with Ehara-san's victim in the case? Her name is Yui Mamiya.
I don't think I recognized her, no.
13 years ago, she attended Kurakawa Academy. Her maiden name is Yui Suzuki.
Yui Suzuki? Just a minute. Are you saying she was the one Ehara-san groped?
So you do know her then? Were you 2 classmates?
We were, in our 3rd year of high school.
I had a hunch. You didn't know she was the victim of that whole incident?
I mean, it's just so hard to believe.
Does this all seem like a wild coincidence to you then? Your old student's father gropes one of your high school classmates at a station with 3 million daily travelers.
What are you implying?
I'm saying your old friend Yui might be cooperating with Ehara-san, as in she only played the part of a victim. She might have even known it was all to hide a murder.
I said that.
But why? Why would she do that for him?
I think it's bribery to keep a family safe. I really hope it isn't the fact that that she is pretending this whole groping thing, because that would be disgusting, even worse than someone actually groping someone. You pretend, it's like, I don't want to go too much into it, right? But it'd be like a woman accusing, or a man, you know, but it's usually women, accusing someone of raping her, and it turning out to be that he didn't rape her and it's a false accusation. And I think they're just as bad, if not worse, for putting that man through that situation. Would you like to say? Now, don't get me wrong, obviously there are women out there, and like I said in this as well, if she has been groped, which at the situation looks like she didn't, you know, she's making up like a fake alibi, like they're going on saying that she is doing it to distract Ehara from actually killing the guy, and it being a staged video when it actually isn't. But like I said, I think you're worse for pretending that something's happened. For Ehara, in this situation, it's a bit of a difficult one, because Ehara wanted her to, if this is correct, Ehara wanted her to pretend she was groped so that, you know, he got away from the murder case situation, from killing Mikoshiba and getting a lower sentence. But I really hope that this Mamiya is doing it because she is doing it to keep her son safe, and it's not anything else. Because like I said, I don't want to go on too much, but if you pretend to be raped and you pretend to be groped, Ehara won't be bothered in this circumstance because that's what he wants. But in a normal circumstance, it's worse than actually the person doing it, because you're making a false accusation against someone that's very serious, that can destroy that person's livelihood, career, family, etc., etc. As bad as being a paedophile or kiddie fiddler, you know, it's up that level with how many people would kill someone for that easily. She really doesn't seem to know of any connection between Ehara and Mamiya. If this is all an act, then she's an amazing actress.
From where I'm sitting, Sensei, you're connected to Ahara and Yui Mamiya. I just need your help figuring out what that connection is.
Yagami-san, please. Are you implying I was some kind of liaison between them?
Well, Sensei, what was your relationship with Yui Mamiya? Were you close? Or would you say classmates covers it?
The two of us were never really that close. To be honest, I didn't really like the group of kids she hung out with. I guess you could say we didn't have the same interests.
When was the last time you saw her? Did you have a high school reunion by any chance?
They held a reunion around the time I graduated from college, but I didn't feel like going. That same class bullied a kid into jumping off the roof.
So if that's the case, you haven't seen any of your classmates since you all graduated from Kurokawa?
That's right.
Okay then. The thing is, Ahara-san and Mamiya are connected. It is kinda loose, but it's there. They have one thing in common.
What?
In both of their pasts, someone they knew was bullied to the point of attempting or committing suicide. Ahara-san lost his son, Toshiro-kun, and as for Yui Mamiya, it's her classmate, Mitsuru Kusamoto. That could be a factor, especially for Mamiya. It's possible that Ahara-san would be a sympathetic figure to her. Maybe enough to help construct an alibi for his revenge. It's possible she only played the part of a groping victim. What do you think? Does it have any merit, or is my theory full of holes?
Even if you're on the right track...
Sawa-sensei? We're just waiting on you to start the staff meeting.
Sorry, I'll be right there.
What happened 13 years ago at Kurokawa? That might be the last piece of the puzzle. What about Yui Mamiya? How'd she react when Mitsuru Kusamoto tried to kill himself by jumping off that roof?
I'm sorry, I'm already late for my meeting.
I'm trying to ask you about a murder here. To Ahara, every unanswered question is a victory for that man. He's only a step away from walking for it. And I know Mamiya had other conspirators. It took more than one person to murder Mikoshiba. They're still at large, even as we speak. I'll be honest. I came here today with a suspicion that you might be more involved in this murder than you're letting on.
A suspicion?
Nothing you've said has made me feel any better about it.
And what should I do about that, huh?
I just want you to tell me, how are Ahara-san and Mamiya connected beyond what I've already figured out? I think you have the key to that answer, even if you don't know that you're the one holding it. It's like a lock, and until I figure out how to get through it, I'm gonna keep picking at it.
I told you, I'm late for a meeting.
I'll be here when you get back. Have a good meeting.
Suit yourself.
It's not going great, but at least I've learned she was classmates with Mamiya. I'll take the wins where I can get them. Saori Sensei or Saori San will want to hear that later too. Leave the high school. Okay. Let's do that. Sorry, my bad, my bad. Because I'm clumsy, man. It's because I'm clumsy. Nice. Oh yeah, I was going to tell Saori-san about Sawa Sensei and Mamiya.
Hey, Saori-san? It's Yagami.
Hey, did you manage to talk to Sawa Sensei?
Yeah, turns out she really was in Mamiya's class. And they were both aware of the suicide incident with their classmate.
Good to know. While we're on the topic, Hoshino-kun got his hands on some new info.
Let's hear it.
The bully at Kurokawa High was named Shinya Kawai. He transferred out right after Mitsuru-kun jumped, as if he were running away. Once he came of age, it looks like he worked here in Kamurocho.
Wow. You really can find a lot online.
Yes, and to top it off, Kawhi earned a reputation for talking about how he drove a classmate to suicide, like he's proud of it. Maybe he thought he'd get a laugh in Kamurocho.
Probably would.
Kawhi was more or less a Yakuza, though he never swore into it. I just sent you his picture. It was taken 5 years ago.
What? This guy?
You recognize him?
Fucking crazy, that
Not
man.
too long ago, some RK punks came asking his whereabouts. Said he was a girls' bar manager who went missing.
Yeah, it looks like he did work at a girl's bar. But we don't know which one.
Okay, so the guy's definitely suspicious. What business would RK have with him?
Do you know if they ever found him?
No. But their leader, Soma, said something about Kawhi having already been killed. Like he just vanished from Kamurocho a few years ago, and that was it.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawhi and Mikoshiba, two known school bullies. And they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons. It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawhi.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawhi a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Damn. Now that is a plot twist and a half. I'll take that, man. I'll take that.
How was it, Saori-san? What did Yagami-san have to say?
He said he recently ran into some RK members looking for Shinya Kawai.
Did he?
He also said RK later told him Kawai had been killed.
This is getting scarier with every new lead.
Now that you mention it, I have seen people getting stopped and asked about someone all over town. But if those were RK on the hunt for Kawhi, could it have something to do with our case as well?
Putting aside the connection between Mikoshiba and Kawhi, why is RK suddenly so involved?
I'm honestly not sure how RK could be involved in all this. I'm going out for a bit, Hoshino-kun. Do me a favor and keep digging up what you can on Kawhi.
Wait, what?
Sometimes you have to get out in the field. It can't just be Yagami-san all the time.
Hey, we're playing as Saori-san again.
You don't mean you're going straight to RK for some answers?
What else would I be doing? I need to know why they were looking for Kawhi.
Then I'm coming with. I can't just let you do that alone.
Don't worry. It's still light out, and I plan on staying in the open. Besides, if I'm alone, they'll be more eager to talk.
That may be, but still, I'll just call you about every 10 minutes then. For your safety.
I find that rather unnecessary.
You sure?
You gotta give it to dude though, haven't you? He keeps trying, he keeps trying, he keeps trying. I don't know why Saori is so bent on not fucking being with this guy. Because he cares a lot. And he's not a bad guy looking, you know. No homo, but you know, like I said, he looks okay for her. And like I said, I'm not that way inclined. Just before he made jokes and shit, I definitely am not that way inclined because I have a fiance and I am more than happy.
If you're going out alone, keep your wits about you and get back safe.
There's nothing wrong with... I'm not going to go into the whole fucking thing. Like you say, it's nothing wrong with being that way inclined. I'm not that way inclined. But I think Saori-san should go out with him. Because he obviously cares for her. And it'll be a good relationship. First, I'll need to find some RK members. Unlike Yakuza, they're hard to identify by appearance alone. But no worries, in times like these, it's good to know the owner of Tender. He's well connected. This is Bartender, the first place Yagami-san worked at when he arrived in the city. The owner, Joe Masuda, always had his ear to the ground. I'm sure I could ask him where I might meet some RK members. Well, they were all around the city, or town, would you say? I'd call it more a city. They were all around the city when Yagami and Kaiser was there. I think it's a pretty unique concept that you can play other than Yagami as well in this game. We did play as Saori-san in the first game. I think we might have played another character before or something like that. I can't remember if we played someone else.
To what do I owe this pleasure?
Nice to see you too.
Oh, hi. Say, aren't you one of Talk's lawyer friends? Does that mean he's on his way too?
It's just me today.
Fine by me. That means you and I get some girl talk time.
Oh, that stings, Mari. And here I thought I had a place in your heart.
Well, no one knows a lady's heart like a bartender. I guess you can stay.
I think Yagami should date one of these women, you know, because they're always asking about him. Gotta give it to the dude that why he's so committed to not getting into a relationship and committed to his work. This fringe is irritating me, guys. Always this side, man. It is always this side. Right, we're gonna stop fucking with it. The two of them sure can keep up with each other, but if I'm going to ask questions, I better order a drink.
Let's see.
All these bottles got you feeling lost? Care for a few pours from Tox? It'll be our secret. Besides, a man with his tab can't complain.
You're too kind. So I'm actually here to ask you, how can I set up a meeting with RK?
Darn. So this wasn't a pleasure call? Well, I'm glad you're at least enjoying it.
True. And looking fancy doing it.
Oh, please. You two are going to embarrass me.
My apologies. I suppose being surrounded by such beauties has a timeless appeal, even at my age.
I'll second that. Masuda here is looking at least a year younger.
Was that supposed to be a compliment?
Of course. If you got any younger, you'd be much too handsome. What's a girl to say?
And I'll second that.
I think this Masuda and Mari should start dating too. Oh no, this isn't good. I'm getting so relaxed I might forget about work.
Anyhow, if you're after an RK rendezvous, the good news is those guys are everywhere.
That's what I said.
But it's not like a civilian can just stroll up and ask, "Hey, are you RK?" and expect to get an answer.
You got that right. And Saori-chan needs to ask them something that's kind of sensitive. Oh, that's certainly going to make things challenging.
Just a bit, yeah.
So I say, why not let the boys do the chasing? Wouldn't be hard for an enchantress like you. But honey, we need to do something about your look. Some nice clothes and a little makeup, and you'd be unstoppable.
We're going back for Judgment 1 vibes. Now, you'll get to know, guys, that in Judgment 1, when I do play it, I'll give you a spoiler now, because why not? It is like a couple months ago, or a month ago. Months away since I will be playing the game. So obviously, if you keep it as a memory and you remember this, or you come back to it near the time I play it, then you're obviously going to know about it. But with me playing it in like a few months' time, or whenever I get to play it, won't be like tomorrow. You know, it won't be like tomorrow, or obviously when I finish this game. But what I will say is that Saori-san has a mission, as part of one of the main missions in the first game. She had to be I think it was a hostess or a nightclub hostess or something like that, where she had to attract the big boss, I think, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was about. But anyway, she had to wear this makeup and a load of, attractive stuff so that she got the information she needed. I think it was like one of the Tojo clan or the ex-Yakuza anyway. One of the main bosses needed information. So she seduced him into telling them, basically. Into telling her, should I say. Right, we go on.
Finally, my turn to second something.
I suppose I would need to look approachable.
Doc told me once that if you ever felt like it, Saori-chan, you could put every hostess in Kamurocho to shame.
See what I mean?
I've gotta admit, I'm curious.
Well, a good hawk hides her talons.
You're saying I should dress like a hostess for this?
Well, I'm sure there are other ways. But if you want a foolproof plan to snag an RK, you've got one.
Oh, if you want, I can get you some looks. And you can choose what you like.
I get the message. And I suppose I'll take you up on that.
Okay, then leave the rest to me.
Oh no, here we go again. Right, we're choosing her outfit. That's a bit too short if you ask me. If you ask me, should I say. We're gonna go for this. Red. Why not? This music, man, is cracking me up. We're gonna go for the whole shebang, mate. Why not? Very nice. We did the exact same quest in the first one. Oh, mate, it's funny.
Would you look at that? Doc was right on the money. I couldn't have imagined.
You sure about that, Mari-san? I hardly feel comfortable wearing this in front of you.
What are you saying? You're so pretty.
I wouldn't say so.
Really? You're dynamite. Though, there is one thing that's missing.
What's that?
Pride. That's the final touch you need. Pride in your own beauty.
Well, I'm not sure I have that.
Then how about your pride as a lawyer? You have that, don't you?
As a lawyer?
Yes, there it is. Go ahead and take a look. Now that's the face of a girl who gets the man she wants.
It's been a while since I felt this way. I have you to thank for that.
These bad boys won't know what hit them. Now, let's go dangle the bait.
You mean us, right?
You bet. Two nightlife girls like us alone on the street literally brings the arcade boys running. Especially along Senryo Avenue. Why don't we take a walk?
Are you sure? I don't want to drag you into this.
Are you kidding?
Let's just say if that's, what was his name? The guy that fancies Saori-sensei, or Saori-kun. Saori-san, however you say her name. My apologies. He's seen her in the first one, obviously he was love struck. If he sees her in this one again, he's going to be love struck even more, man.
And missed the chance to see this makeover in action? But really, I want you to succeed. I promise I won't be a bother.
Time to walk down Senryo Avenue. If any arcade guys approach us, we'll reel them in. Then I can ask about Shinya Kawai and see what they've found out so far. Alright. Hold on a second. Here we go. I bump into one and they all turn round.
Excuse me, ladies. You, get lost on the way to the beauty pageant?
We're already out for a drink. Maybe heading to work somewhere in town?
Oh, we're just two girls bar hopping by our lonesome. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in that case, why don't you roll with us? I know a great place. You could drink all you want.
Wow, you guys loaded or something? We can throw them back, you know. You sure?
Hell yeah! There's a place my buddy runs. I'd be thrilled to see some ladies like you.
If they're okay, then it might be good to take them up on the offer, but how can I know for sure? Go with the first one.
You rugged boys are just my type, actually. But are you really that into older girls?
Me? I'm your type for real?
Oh, what happened to your nose? That bandage makes you look so tough and masculine. What's gotten into me? I am such a mess tonight.
One too many, Saori-chan?
Don't worry, Saori-chan. I love a hot mess. I'm one myself.
And now while the guard is down, I'm sure you know who RK is.
You wouldn't happen to know any of them, would you? You seem like you'd be popular enough.
RK? Of course we know him. Why? You ladies about that thug life?
Well, I've heard arcade boys know how to show a lady a good time. Things like they party like there's no tomorrow and spare no expense on fun.
But Saori-chan, why limit yourself to arcade? I think these boys are plenty attractive.
I'm starting to think we were meant for each other.
Oh? What makes you say that?
Wait, don't tell me you're...
Not supposed to be blurting it out, but yeah, we're RK. And pretty high up, too.
Shoot. RK wouldn't be what it is now without us. We thought it'd get this big either.
Looks like this went well. I knew they had to be with RK. Now all I have to do is ask them about Shinya Kawai. Why were they looking for him?
RK has Kamurocho pretty much wrapped around its finger now, huh?
Just about. The time of the Yakuza laying down the law is over. All that respect and chivalry shit. Dead, like all the old legends. Now the underground world is a jungle. And winning the fight's all that matters.
Wow, must be hard. But I think that's hot.
That reminds me. Weren't you RK guys looking for someone recently? A man who disappeared a few years ago?
Oh yeah, him. We were looking for this dude who ran a girls' bar.
See? I knew you guys would know what that's about.
Oh well, 5 years ago he suddenly disappeared. That's not even news in Kamurocho.
That's so crazy, though. What happened to him? You ever end up finding the guy?
Nah, didn't work out. No surprise, he was just a punk anyway. Name was Kawhi. Way I heard it, some of his old friends rolled up on him one night. My guess is, it was trouble from another town catching up to him. Anyway, they argue for a bit, and it ends with the guy getting shoved into a van. And that's the last time anyone saw the dude.
Whoa. What do you think happened?
I'm thinking they bumped him off. If he was still breathing, he'd be back by now. I heard he never even picked up his final paycheck. My guess, he's fish food now. Or they buried him on some remote-ass mountain.
You have any idea who would have done that to him?
Don't know. They say it was 10 or so people. Young, both men and women. Doesn't sound like a gang thing. Who knows, right? It was 5 years ago.
A group of civilians shoved Kawhi into a van, and they were old acquaintances. Could they have been classmates from Kurokawa Academy? No, I'm just rushing to conclusions.
But if you heard all that, there must have been witnesses, right? So you're saying someone actually saw him get shoved in a van?
Yep. Some chick working at his bar saw it all go down. At least that's what we heard from a guy who heard it from a chick.
Where is this bar anyway?
You mean some random dive bar half a decade ago? Who the hell knows? 100 places have sprung up and gone under since.
But then, why would anyone be looking for Shinya Kawai now? Did someone ask RK to find him? Think that's right?
Hell if I know. It's a question for the top of the food chain. But hold on a sec. Can I ask you something?
Huh?
Just a minute ago, you mentioned a Shinya Kawai. How'd you know his full name when we never told you?
Oh, shit!
You're only talking to us because you wanted dirt on Kawai. So who the hell are you?
What do you think you're doing?
Let go of her!
Who sent you?
I'm just an RK fangirl.
no one. I'm just an arcade fangirl. Don't jump to conclusions. So, would you stop?
Really? Yeah, my bad. Guess you don't really look suspicious.
You fucking moron! Don't you realize he's playing you?
He's right. No charming your way out of this one. Start talking or else.
I don't owe you a name.
I wouldn't even give you my name. Now let go. Threats and violence aren't going to work on me.
Oh, what have we here? Got ourselves a bad bitch all of a sudden. Too bad she can't keep her hand from shaking.
That's just the excitement talking.
Big talk for a chick dressed to the nines to get info. Huh? Sorry, Chan?
Yeah. You even try to fuck with us, lady!
Sorry, Chun!
Huh? What the?
Beat it, punk.
Hey, this is a guy. Higashi was the one in the first one. Remember when we went to the game place and we were looking for play passes? This is a guy, Higashi.
Oh.
I swear, these jerks are popping up like roaches. No thanks needed. Just be careful on your own, especially when you're beautiful.
Thank you so much, Higashi-san.
I just said you don't... Wait, how'd you know my name?
It's me, Shirosaki, from Genda Law Office. It's been a while.
Holy shit! No way!
Man, I didn't realize. Shirosaki Sensei. I didn't recognize you. You look incredible.
Toru Higashi.
You're the one who is incredible. This is all my fault. I was the one who put Mari-san in danger. You really saved us.
Young, strong, handsome. That's 3 out of 3 for me.
Those guys were RK. Town's practically overrun with them these days.
Toru Higashi-san, former Matsugane family member of the Tojo clan. He's like a brother to Kaito-san, and he knows Yagami-san too. Fuck's sake, man, my hair is fucking doing my head in. He runs his arcade full time now, but apparently he still keeps up with the Yakuza fashion trends.
If you'd like, I can escort you somewhere safe. I got nothing but time on my hands.
Oh, you don't say. Perfect. Who says we can't still salvage some fun out of tonight?
Oh, before we do that, let me call Yagami-san.
Shinya Kawai was a bully 13 years ago. He vanished from Kamurocho when he was abducted by a group in a van. It seems like they were all people he knew, and it's possible they were his classmates from Kurokawa Academy.
Yagami's still a jackass, I see. When Shirosaki-sensei calls, you pick up in 2 rings.
It is strange that he's not picking up. I'll try again.
Wait, he was killed?
Uh-huh. Kinda gives me deja vu now that I think about it. Here you have Kawai and Mikoshiba, 2 known school bullies, and they both end up murder victims?
That could be for a number of reasons.
Give me a second, guys. This is actually irritating the shit out of me. Okay, well, that'll do for now. That'll do.
It's not rare for people to disappear in Kamurocho. Usually the trouble is money or women. Maybe that was the case for Kawai.
Could be.
Okay. We'll investigate Kawai a bit more on our end. With RK asking around, word on the street will be loud enough to hear.
Alright, thanks.
Now I guess I wait for Sour Sensei. Still a lot of time before the faculty meeting ends. It's a message from Amasawa. Yagami-san, one of my underclassmen wants to talk to you. Could you come to the club room again after class if it's not too much trouble? No problem. Amasawa wants to talk about her underclassmen. I've got time, so I might as well go see what that's all about. Oh yeah, there might be some new jobs over at Tsukumo's office too. It's still a bit before the faculty meeting ends. I should kill time elsewhere. Go to the MRC in the evening. Okay, we might as well go to the MRC first. Let's have a look. Let's go there.
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, thank you for coming.
Amasawa.
Hey, Amasawa, what is it you wanted to ask me? Well, it's a rather long story. Is this a good time? Let's hear what she has to say. Once you start the side case, everything else will be put on hold until you clear it. Proceed. Help Amasawa out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure thing. After all, I am the MRC's outside counsellor.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So this is about my classmate. Actually, I should go get him now. Be right back.
Yoroshiku.
Nice to meet you. I'm Hisayoshi Shimada, a second year. I'm Yagami, the MRC's advisor. Nice to meet you.
Hey.
So what exactly do you need help with? Well, Yagami-san, do you believe in things like curses?
What was that?
I'm sorry, what?
Well...
Just a preface. This case is going to sound either mysterious or ridiculous, depending on your answer. I know it's going to sound crazy, but please, you have to believe me. Just tell me what's going on first, then we'll see how it ranks with all the crazy things I've heard. Curse of the Amasawa family heirloom. About the case request.
Hey.
Would you mind starting us off, Shimada-kun? So, it's about this lucky cat I have at home. A lucky cat? You mean one of those statues of a cat waving its paw? Or like an actual cat?
Yes.
The former, yes. They're said to bring good fortune, so you can spot them in all sorts of businesses. There are quite a few kinds. Most of them are said to bring good luck, but black lucky cats are supposed to ward off bad luck in particular.
Oh.
Didn't know they got that specific. I believe in this as well. The thing is, my lucky cat doesn't do any of that. It doesn't bring money or good luck. It just attracts tragedies. Tragedies. It's one of these cats, man. I thought you meant an actual black cat. Here, this is it. It's the thing that does that thing where you go to every Chinese takeaway, and it's quite cool, actually, to be honest. Looks pretty old. My dad bought it from an antique dealer friend of his. Usually they're really expensive, especially the pre-war ones like this. But my dad's friend warned him at the time, this cat brings more bad luck than good. Yeesh. So why'd your dad buy the thing if he's supposed to be cursed? if it's supposed to be cursed. He collects all sorts of rarities, especially the stuff with interesting stories. He goes nuts for those. Sounds like an interesting guy. But yeah, a lucky cat that brings more bad luck than good. I admit that's an intriguing hook. And Yagami-san, the curse or whatever it is, evidence is starting to pile up, making it seem real.
Well...
Ever since acquiring that statue, the Shimadas have been through one ordeal after another.
What was that?
Like what? The unlucky cat. Like some pretty scary stuff. My dad got a really high fever all of a sudden and was touch and go for a bit. Our house caught on fire too. Wow, potential arson and serious illness. You weren't kidding, that scary stuff. And my grades keep slipping ever since Dad bought the thing. I'd never dropped below 10th place before this. Is that really the statue's fault though? Well, you sure can't blame me for the ghost. One woke my dad up in the middle of the night, standing right there next to his bed.
Huh?
A ghost did. He was dressed like an old-timey soldier and totally pale, just stood there like he was at attention. But he kept moaning, "Give me back my cat." My dad thought he was dreaming, so he rolled over and went back to sleep.
Does that mean...
So was it just a dream?
Yeah.
I don't know, but the next day that's when he started feeling awful. It's like he's been cursed or something.
I see.
I see. Well, that would be unsettling, even if it was just a string of coincidences. My dad's still not out the woods now that he's healthy either. He almost got ran over by a car a couple days ago. It's still going on. This isn't really sounding like coincidence anymore. I don't know what it could be. At this point, it's probably safe to consider further misfortune inevitable. That may help us determine the cause before any irreversible damage is done. I'm telling you, it's the cat. Why even keep it?
Excuse me.
Makes a good point. Here's a question. If you're also creeped out by it, why don't you just throw it away? It's my dad. He refuses to get rid of it. He says the previous owner was this famous author who met his demise because of the statue.
What?
So the statue was cursed even back then. Yeah, my dad said that the guy died when he hit his head on it.
Are you serious?
That is quite the story. Apparently his whole fan base is obsessed with the statue. That's why it's considered really valuable despite the curse. Who's the author, by the way? Well, Kichan Amasawa. He was a mystery novelist and my grandfather.
Huh?
What's your grandfather? Oh, and you said hitting his head on the statue. Kichan Amasawa. So this was the actual cat that you know?
Yes.
Well, only if this is truly the exact same statue my grandfather owned. So you don't know if this is actually the same one? Well, my grandfather's has been missing ever since he passed away. About 7 years now. Shortly after he died, my grandmother pawned it off. She always thought it was rather creepy.
I see.
I see. Can you tell from this picture if it's the same one as your grandfather's? It's hard to tell from just a photo. This was also 7 years ago. I see. But I do remember that the cat was cursed even back then. My grandfather was somewhat of a rarities collector himself. Of course he jumped at the chance of owning a one-of-a-kind unlucky cat. Keaton Amasawa was famous for his somewhat bizarre tales of mystery. I can definitely imagine him wanting a statue like this. My grandfather was quite taken with it. He bragged about it quite a bit when I was little. But I'm sure he never imagined his life ending because of his unlucky cat. Interesting. A lucky cat took the life of Amasawa's grandfather 7 years ago. and now it's back wreaking havoc for another family. Yagami-san, I'm not one to believe in the supernatural. All mysteries must be approached rationally, no matter how unusually they present themselves. That's what I firmly believe, because logic is always found at the true core of any mystery. I beg to differ on that one, because like I say, I believe in ghosts myself. Quick story, obviously, before we get back into the game. So, you're going to call me crazy. I've actually seen a ghost myself in real life, outside of gaming, obviously, gaming videos and shit. When I was, don't want to disclose names, so when I used to know someone, I was on video call with them, and their father at the time had passed away about a year at this point. So, when they turned the video call, it was a Facebook Messenger video call, and when they turned the camera to part of their house or their area of their bedroom, when they were doing something, there was like a guy that was standing or sitting behind that person, and the person was wearing glasses. It was a fairly 20s, 30s kind of looking person, age 20, 30, and I kid you not, when I was looking at it, or the entity, it was staring right at me, like right, as if to say, don't fuck with the person that I was talking to at the time. And I've not seen anything else, you know. I've not really been in a circumstance to really see anything. I think I've seen a couple of things, but I can't put it down to fact. But I will tell you now, since that, before then, I was on the fence with if I believe in it or not. Now I do. So, that's my opinion. There are entities, there are supernatural beings in this world. But, anyway, that's my take on it. We're going to go back into the game now. Right.
That being said...
But that's also why my grandfather's unexplained death has stuck with me for the past 7 years. I assume the police ruled it was an accident. It was accidental, right? If that's the case, it kind of sounds pretty explained. No, actually, on the night my grandfather passed away, I also experienced a strange event. One that had no rational explanation and could only be considered a supernatural phenomenon.
What?
Really, what happened? I'm sorry, I'm not sure how to explain it. Let's just focus on finding out if there is actually the same cat or not first.
Gotcha.
Sure, we can do that. Rare for Amasawa to not have the words. But this could be the actual statue that took a grandfather's life. I can see why it'd be so tough to talk about. Yagami-san, I am getting to the bottom of this case one way or another. If something's causing all the tragedies around this cat, there's a good chance more will occur. I don't want anything as awful as what happened to my grandfather to happen to anyone in the Shimada family. Makes sense to me. After all, you're all about preventing incidents before they take place.
Yes.
Right. And not only that, this case is personal. Amasawa.
Yagami-san.
So Yagami-san, would you please help me get to the bottom of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The MRC advisors got your back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well, to start with the investigation, first things first, I'd like to see the statue in person.
Yes.
Good idea. Shimada-kun, do you think your father would mind showing it to us?
Sure.
Oh, yeah? I bet he'd be over the moon to have one of Kitan Amasawa's descendants confirm his statue's the real deal. I'll give him a call now. He says, yeah, he'd love to meet you guys, in fact. Good to hear. Where should we meet him? I asked him to meet us at a cafe near the station. Plague or Plage. be faster than getting him signed in at the school's reception and everything. Is that okay? Yes, that's fine. I would have felt bad asking him to come all the way here anyway. Well, I'll make my way to the cafe now. Let's meet out front.
Yagami-san.
See you soon, Yagami-san. Okay.
Oh, we're off then?
Are you walking into a wall? I think you are.
Oh, we're off then?
Yeah. Hey, have you got dementia or something? So we are leaving this school, obviously. That's what we want to do. I can't keep going. Of course you can. It's funny how everyone that is like...
Yagami-san, would you say that you...
It's funny how that everyone that we get kind of linked with to walk with or whoever it is. With Yagami, he was like, Yagami, you're too fast. We've actually got 15,000 XP here. Tiger's health boost level 2 increases maximum health. These skills make life easier. Trophy earned. Skill Pro. Awesome. Let's upgrade some Tiger as well. Why not? EX reverse beatdown. When on the verge of death, unleash this skill while grabbing an enemy. Grab an enemy and press triangle when at low health. Very good.
Kill people often?
I mean, it's a big part of the job.
Do you have any tips for avoiding the target's suspicion? I tend to get made fairly quickly when tailing.
What's an average high schooler tailing people for anyway?
I just can't help myself when I pick up a lead.
Kind of dangerous when you don't know your target, don't you think?
But in the end, isn't it worth it if I can prevent an incident?
No.
Where are we heading to? Didn't he say plug or something like that? That's not the one. Is it one of these? Survive. Be one of these restaurants. That's the one. I think.
Not if it's something that puts your own life at risk.
I somehow hadn't considered that. Oh, we're off then?
We're going to avoid any enemies unless we are literally right next to them or they're out in the path we're going, because we don't want to endanger Amasawa, even though we'd beat them up before they could even do that.
Wait for me, please.
Anyway, I had no idea you had such a famous grandfather.
Are you surprised?
No. If anything, it's obvious that you're his granddaughter.
Well, now I'm feeling the pressure.
As a descendant of Kitan Amasawa, you should become the kind of detective that make him proud.
For that to be possible, I need to take on as many cases as possible to hone my instincts.
But what if you blundered into a case and ended up making a fool of yourself? Would that make Grandpa proud?
The more I hold back, though, the more curious I get. Once I've caught a whiff of a mystery, the Amasawa blood in me starts pumping.
It's quite a burden you wound up inheriting.
Okay. Oh, Yagami-san Amasawa Senpai. Ah, you're Kai-san Amasawa Sensei's grandchild, right?
It's a pleasure.
Yes, nice to meet you. I'm Kyoko Amasawa.
Domo.
Shimada, Mikio Shimada, my son has told me about you. Thank you for being such a good senpai to him. I must say, I'm surprised seeing you for the first time. You definitely have Amasawa blood in you. You're like a heroine ripped straight from one of his novels. I can already tell you're not just a nice face. You're smart as a whip too, aren't you?
Huh?
Oh, really? Come on, Dad, cut it out. Oh, my apologies, and who's this with you?
Yagami.
I'm Takayuki Yagami, outside counselor for the MRC. I'm primarily a detective in Kamurocho. Oh, a genuine detective. This is getting even better. The seasoned private eye trawling the seedy underbelly of the city with his wunderkind teen sidekick. Man, I already want to buy the whole series. I'm really sorry about my dad. Let's head inside. That seems pretty cool. Just a bit over-friendly. There's a fucking squirrel signet. There's a squirrel thing in this fucking cafe, man. Need to remember that. So, for the mystery at hand, may we see the unlucky cat statue? Yes, of course. Here. So this is it. I brought it to a taping of that TV appraisal show a few days ago. They couldn't determine whether or not it belonged to Keaton Amasawa though. But if it turns out to be the real deal, it's supposed to be worth 2 million yen.
Huh?
What? 2 million yen?
Yeah.
I mean, considering its legacy, it's basically the holy grail to his fan base. But still, 2 million.
Amasawa.
Do you think you could tell if it's actually your grandfather's Amasawa? Please feel free to inspect it. In that case, allow me. Oh, the steep red stain?
No way.
Is that from where your grandfather? Oh no, it's from when I splashed ketchup on it when I was little.
What?
Ketchup. Yeah, I'd been eating a hot dog in his study and got ketchup all over the room. Well, eating may not be accurate, more like swinging it around like a sword. I was really into this historical drama at the time. My grandfather and I watched it together. Sounds like you were quite a little Helian as a kid.
That being said...
But the stain, I don't know if anything else could make it clearer to me than this, that this is my grandfather's statue. Woohoo, I knew it. You can get millions for this. Seriously. Wow, talk about the score of a lifetime.
Excuse me.
Sorry if this question comes across a bit strange, sir, but I must ask. Does this statue ever make noise? Maybe like a meow? Does my statue meow? What makes you ask? Well, the thing is, on the night my grandfather died, 7 years ago, I heard it. This cat, it meowed at me. Are you serious? Amasawa, is this the supernatural phenomenon you referred to before?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey.
Could you give us some more details? Sorry, I know this must be hard. No, I understand. We have to do it for the case. This is the first time I've seen Amasawa like this. The incident 7 years ago.
Amasawa.
You said your grandfather's death was ruled an accident. Was there even a slight chance that it was actually a crime?
Yes.
The police came and checked the scene, but they said they couldn't find anything suspicious. Besides, it happened in a locked room. Not only was the door to the study inaccessible, but the crescent locks on all the windows were still secure. A locked room, death and a cursed statue. This is sounding more and more like one of Keaton Amasawa's books. What's a crescent lock? They're the most common kind of window lock in homes for a reason. They get the job done. I doubt the windows were a point of entry for anyone that night. Oh, okay. Since the police didn't see any signs of a break-in or even a struggle, they really had no recourse but to rule the death an accident. So it's doubtful this was a burglary gone wrong. Afterwards, the unlucky cat creeped out the whole family enough that my grandmother pawned it off. Unsurprisingly, the family lost track of the statue after that. So I never expected to see it again like this. The statues meow.
Amasawa.
So you're saying you definitely heard the meow of a cat on the night your grandfather died?
Yes.
Yes, I have no doubts. I believe it was around 1:30 in the morning. I woke up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water and passed by my grandfather's study. That was when I heard a meowing sound coming from the room. Did your grandparents have a pet cat? Or maybe it was a stray outside the window?
No.
No, they didn't have any cats, and I definitely would have known if a stray had gotten in. With Rampo in the yard, no cats could have gotten by without embarking up a storm. That's right, Rampo is obviously the detective dog, but it is Amasawa's dog. And I distinctly remember the sound being loud enough to come from the room, not from outside the house.
Seriously?
Creepy.
Well...
What's even creepier is, I can remember my grandfather telling me more than once, when that cat cries, misfortune comes calling.
What was that?
What? I was given strict orders to never even approach the study if I ever heard a cat meowing in there. That's why once I heard that cat, I ran back to my room and hid, terrified. And the next day my grandfather was... I must have been so hard. If I'd just been brave enough to go in the room instead of running, maybe I could have prevented my grandfather from dying.
Hey.
7 years ago, you were only about 11, right? Don't blame yourself for being scared. Wow. So, if she was 11 7 years ago, she's 17 now. Hell. I thought she was a lot younger than that, to be fair. But they do school... What they have college over here, they have like a Serio High. It's a bit like America, where high school... So you've got primary school in the UK. In the UK, you've got kindergarten... Well, it'd be classed as kindergarten. It's like... I can't even think of the English version of that. Kindergarten's American. It's, but you've got like two bits of that, and then you've got like year one nursery, and so nursery is one of them. I can't remember what the other one is anyway. But then you go to year 1 to year 6, and you usually leave like primary school when you are about 10, 11 years old. You start high school, which is the UK's version of high school, when you are about 11, 12, and you usually finish high school at year 11, and that is when you are about 15, 16, and then you've either got, what have you got after that? You've got sixth form, which you usually stay for about a couple of years after. You've got college, which is like what Americans and other places would call as like the high school, or you've got university. So it's a bit interesting, obviously, with her being 17 now. Well, she was 11, so, and it was 7 years ago, so she's 18 actually. So she's still in Serio High, which means she's either sixth form or you don't leave, or Serio High means like college for people like me. It's interesting. The education is interesting, different. Okay. Just a fun fact. A truly artful detective can solve incidents before they even occur. I wonder if her grandfather's own incident has anything to do with Amasawa taking that saying so seriously. Yeah, I thought Amasawa, because of her, not to be like judgmental, because I know there's a lot of people that are my age that are like Amasawa's height, but I thought Amasawa was honestly something like 13 or 14. But if she's saying she's 18. Shimada-san, thank you for going out of your way to help us today. Oh no, it's my pleasure. Did you find any clues, maybe even a lead now? Unfortunately, I'm not so sure. Look out. That's fucking crazy, that, man. What the? Are you okay? I'm so sorry, I guess it wasn't secured all the way.
It can't be.
Was that the unlucky cat?
Unbelievable.
No way. Dad, please. What's it gonna take for you to get rid of the statue? Even I'm starting to get freaked out by this. But we should get home. Thanks again for today.
Excuse me.
Actually, sir. Yes?
Please and thank you.
Would you mind leaving the statue with us for a while? Clever girl. We don't want a death on the hands of this case, do we? What? Leave it with you?
Yes.
Yes, until we can debunk the curse. But aren't you worried? The curse is starting to look pretty real deal to me. My grandfather once said, curses only blight their believers. Did he now? Yes, he also said you must never succumb to the marvel of a mystery. You must keep your wits about you. Despite my age, he imparted his philosophy of mystery solving to me before his death, and I hold the truths he shared with me in the highest regard. As Keaton Amasawa's grandchild, I cannot back down to these strange events and turn away from a genuine mystery. I refuse to believe in this curse, therefore it will have no effect on my pursuit of the truth. But still, not only that, this is a mystery that needs solving by Amasawa. By Amasawa. Oh, Amasawa-san. When I heard that meow 7 years ago, I ran from the truth, and the result was absolutely horrific. Well, horrific. Horrible is the same thing. I'll never make the same mistake again. Okay? If that's the case, I'll leave it with you. Please find a way to break the curse before something bad happens again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And we got an unlucky cat obtained evidence.
Excuse me.
By the way, I heard that you bought the statue from a friend who runs a second-hand shop. Which one would that be? Abisu Pawn in a Jincho. We know where that is. Abisu Pawn got it. I'll go speak with him now. Thanks again. Amasawa's really into this case. Guess I shouldn't be surprised considering, well, I should step up my advising efforts for her on this one.
Coming with you.
Yeah, you're right next to me. The fuck? Alright, we're gonna go back in there. Just because we seen a cat, didn't we? Where is... oh, not a cat, a squirrel. Not getting away from me, mate. The squirrel's receiving a transmission.
Bingo. There we go.
This is a source of the signal. Camo paint, brown. Awesome. They thought they could sneak a little Easter egg in there and not have me notice it. Right. So where are we headed back to now? Need to go to the pawn shop. Okay. So that is... is it this one? There's not any more pawn shops about, I don't think. Oh, there is. Actually, there is. My bad. There's more than one pawn shop.
Yanami-san! You're going too fast!
Watch out, kid. I'm about to knock some guy out. Oh, awesome. Holy fuck. I think we've improved ourselves, don't you think? Okay, we need to upgrade. Hold on, buddy. Let me get some health. That gives us a full package. Yeah, we've definitely improved ourselves. Okay. Nice counter. Let's improve ourselves again. Respect for you letting me get up. Fair play to you. Stop picking me up, dude. Because this is what's going to happen, mate. Counter, mate. I'll wait for you to go up, as soon as you did the same for me. Fucking improve, mate. 100,000 yen for that.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, good job. I'm glad you are, because we just took out 2 big bosses. I think what's interesting as well, some more enemies down here. Oh mate, what an improvement, man. Mate, we are so fucking OP'd up. What's interesting as well in the top left hand corner is it's changed to a more upgraded looking electric version of the snake that we know. That's fucking awesome, that. Sorry, Amasawa, I'm just enjoying beating up some absolute bellends at the minute. You know, because I have to keep you safe and all. Come on, you can keep up. Yeah, mate, I'd be scared too.
Really, guys?
I think I've made myself a fucking Jedi Master in the space of a couple more upgrades. You can. Just gonna beat up some fellow Serio High Bellends, and then Oh, mate, I could take all three of them out at the same time. Absolutely love it, mate. Ooh.
What a waste.
We're going to the pawn shop. Here we go.
Excuse me.
While we're here, we can get some stuff as well. Hello, is this a bad time? I'm from the Yagami Detective Agency, Takayuki Yagami. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Oh, a detective.
It's a pleasure.
I'm his assistant, Kyoko Amasawa. You're his assistant, a high schooler. Is there a problem?
Yeah.
No, not particularly. What is it you wanted to ask? We're looking into this lucky cat statue for Mikio Shimada-san. He says he knows you. This is for Shimada-san. Would you mind if I ask how did you first come to acquire the statue? This pawnbroker friend of mine closed up his shop, so I bought his remaining inventory. He couldn't vouch for the statue's authenticity, though. Well, we know it's the real thing now, but maybe we oughtn't fill him in on that. Might make a mess of things. You don't happen to know who sold the cat to your friend originally, do you? Nah, sorry. He told me it had been passed around a bunch before it ended up in his shop, but he didn't know any specifics. Probably why he couldn't authenticate the thing. I see. Thanks anyway. Oh, one last question. This might sound odd, but when you still had the statue in the shop, did anything strange ever happen here?
Eh?
Strange? You mean the curse? Nah, don't buy into that stuff. Nothing ever happened here to make me change my mind either. Nothing at all, you're sure? Nope. The guy I got the statue from never mentioned any of the sort, although I suppose he might have just not wanted to sound crazy. Oh, I see.
Yagami-san.
Yagami-san, does this mean the so-called curse didn't begin until Shimada-kun's father acquired the statue?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like it anyway. What's smoke?
Yagami-san!
Yagami-san, it's on fire.
Are you serious?
Really? Get the fire extinguisher. Yeah, we got the fire out right away, but we seriously have no idea where it came from. Just whoosh out of nowhere. Phew, I'm glad that didn't get any worse.
It can't be.
Yagami-san, what do you think started that fire? I have to say the number of incidents around this cat is getting ridiculous. I don't think this is coincidence at all anymore. Hang on, do you smell something? Gasoline. Gas? That would mean there's a chance that the fire earlier was actually arson. Yes. Agreed. Yagami-san, what do you say we search the scene really quick before the police get in? Yeah, let's check in and observe for any traces in the area. Keep sharp for anything like gasoline trails or containers. Good night. Huh?
I'm gonna go listen for a bit.
Okie dokie.
This wind.
Right, we're in observe mode again.
I know you're streaming, but the wind is awful outside. So I know you're streaming, but the wind is awful outside. Do you know the lid on that thing that we put the rubbish in?
Yeah.
It's been fucking wiped off with the wind.
Crazy that.
It's bad outside, but I just don't feel it, and he's okay. So don't worry about him.
Yeah.
But really bad outside. What do you want me to do with your donuts?
The what?
Donuts.
Just put them on the bed or something for now. Just tell her to say thank you for them. I didn't get the chance to really say it, so I feel like a bit of a dick if I don't.
Set my alarm for 11:30.
Okay.
I got my driving lesson.
Okie dokie. Right, I'm going to put these back on now, yeah?
Do you want me to turn the light off?
No, like I said, if you turn it off, it fucks with the green screen. So it makes it all like...
Oh, I did that video for them things on TikTok. I know you're streaming, but...
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter. How did it go?
I actually think it's quite a good video.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very good. Right, I'm going to put these back on now, yeah? Okay.
I love you.
Love you more. Right, so let's observe this fire, guys.
Oh, babe. I know I've just...
What now? What?
I think comments aren't working on your stream.
Which one?
Like, you know when it usually tells you when you're having a comment?
Yeah.
Did you get any talk throughs?
No, because I turned it off. I think what it is I turn the, I basically turn the voice thing off, so you know when it kept picking it up.
Yeah, I'm just telling you.
It probably done the same with the,
comments, yeah.
with the Twitch.
Okay.
Right.
Hello.
Right, guys. So we're looking for some traces of gasoline.
Suspicious. What the? Suspicious.
What's this? Something was dripping here.
If I were to guess...
I'd wager it's gasoline based on the colour and smell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes all the way to the alley. Or to the alley. Let's see if we can track it. A plastic bottle inside, more gasoline smell.
Which means...
Does this mean...
Yeah.
Yep, the fire at the pawn shop was actually arson. But who's the culprit and why? No idea, but let's fill in the police and the guy at the shop on what we found first. Do you by any chance have a drink back there, babe?
Excuse me.
Is that okay? Thank you very much. Yagami-san, how should we proceed with the investigation from here? Well, now that we know the fire at the pawn shop was intentionally set, what I'd love to do is pin down our little firebug.
What?
Pin them down, how exactly?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about them, but they're obviously after the statue. Maybe we can just lure them out somehow. A solid enough idea, where should we start? I suppose just meandering around town ought to do it, considering how quickly the pawn shop was hit. I can't imagine it taking long. I see, some genuine hard-boiled legwork, eh? Thank you very much. A lot riskier than my usual investigations.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be more dangerous than I like. That's why you ought to head back to... I think not. Please allow me to continue on the case.
Nah.
Amasawa, this is...
Thank you.
I need to solve this myself, Yagami-san, please.
Gotcha.
Okay, but you really have to be careful and keep your distance when we're in public. Got it? I'm basically a walking tragedy magnet carrying around the thing.
Yes.
Yes, I promise I'll be safe. So where should we head first? Preferably somewhere that makes it easy to watch our backs while we kill time. How about we play darts?
What?
You want to play darts? Why? Only one person has to take their eye off their surroundings at a time. And if someone does come after us, you can always counter with some darts to the face.
Nah.
Okay, I have to give you points for the overall plan, but darts to the face. Make no mistake, I'm actually quite good at the game, My aim's solid enough to be able to hit a human head.
Nope.
So I think it'd be best if I handled any incoming threats, and if you just don't say that kind of thing to someone, maybe. Right, well, after you. Well, we're not out here to play games, but this case has also been a pretty big weight on Amasawa. Maybe it'd do her some good to blow steam. Sure, let's play for a bit. Keep your eyes peeled for any suspicious individuals along the way, especially if they're approaching you. I'll be careful. At least this is a small place. We'll definitely see anyone coming for us here.
Let's do this, Yagami-san.
Let's go. Nice.
Got a double bill.
Yep.
A double bull, should I say.
Nice.
Oi. No way. Huh?
My turn then. Yep. Nice.
So we just need a bullseye, really. Missed. So just so you know the rules, obviously if you already know what darts is, then you don't really need explaining to. From this kind of darts game though, because obviously there's different ones. I think it was called 352 or something like that. What you have to do is get the lowest amount of points, and if you hit 0 before your opponent, then you've won the game. Or you've won that round, or whatever it'd be the game on this one, but if it's a round in real life, then obviously that's a round. But you basically, because what I was trying to figure out, I've not really played darts really that much, but I figured out myself that I kept hitting bullseyes in the last yeah, but well, not really, because basically if you have, say if you've got like 50 left, because it's always counting down your tally, and if you've got 50 left and you in your 3 goes you hit a double bullseye or a more than 50, then it won't count it. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to say if you've got 50 left and you had 50 exactly left, which is very unlikely, if not impossible, and you hit a bullseye. 50 is like a bullseye. I think a double bullseye is 100 points, so you'd have to hit, you were able to hit a bullseye. But if you've got like 23 left, then you've got to hit like around the board. So like say a double 9 would be like 18. Yeah. No, 9, 18, 20, 27, that would be even more. So you'd have to hit a double 9 actually, or something to lower the points. Do you know what I mean? That's basically what the rules are.
Yeah.
Say again. Yeah. Have to. Don't get it.
Okay.
So like I said, I've now got 42 points, so I couldn't hit a bullseye basically because it'd be too high of a... it'd be too high. So what I'm going to aim for is a double 11, which is 22. I've got 42, that'll take it down to 20. I accidentally went to 8 though, because I didn't hit it on target. So I think I got a double 8, which is like, took 16 off it. Yeah, because if you do more than the number, then you get a bust. So you've, none of what you've just done has been counted then. Do you know what I mean?
Not too shabby.
Fair play. So I didn't do too good that round because we scored too high. Let's go with a 16.
Yep.
Let's go with an 11. So we've got 12 to get. Take the 2. Ah, we fucked that completely. No, we've completely fucked it. Amasawa could win this, you know. She could win it. Because I completely fucked that last shot. 55. We've got 42. Right, we can't fuck this time because I think she's gonna win it. Yeah, it's the final round as well. Okay. Let's go for 10.
Nice.
Let's go with 14. 11, I'll take it. It is really hard to get it in that little bit. I think, yeah, we fucked it. Gotta have fucked it.
Yeah.
Unless she plays a bust.
Perhaps some practice is in order?
Oh, you got me.
Well played, Amasawa. Well played. Well played. I lost. Don't give up your day job, Yagami-san. Glad to see someone's pleased with how that went. Or did we lose on purpose?
Amasawa.
So did you see anyone suspicious yet? I kind of got into the game and forgot to look around. Oh, come on, you seriously weren't looking? I guess I sort of got into the zone there too, though. Looks like darts didn't make for the best cover activity. We should shift gears. What would work better for us? Good idea. Where could we watch out for potential assailants?